It is election morning. We continue to talk with experts about the necessary preparations leading up to a big day like this. I'm joined this morning by Moon Goldberg, who's Vice President of the League of Women Voters in California. Carol, thank you for joining us this morning. Do appreciate that. So tell me, what is the primary focus for the League of Women Voters today? If we could get one thing we know you folks are on the battle line for.
Today we are running in our office our own helpline for voters if they want to call. We've done a lot of work prior to today to help voters understand what is going on, why it's going on, how to handle their ballot, how to turn it in, all of that. Which reminds me, this is the last day to vote. So we're told it is a little bit of a problem to have your ballot postmarked by today, because there are some changes in the West Sacramento Major Processing Center. So what we advise is, if you have not voted yet and you have your ballot, if you want to mail it, you've got to walk it into a post office where there are people. They can postmark it for you right there, watch them do it. But if you're on the road anyway, just find a vote center. You can look at Sac County elections page. They have a whole long list of vote centers or drop boxes. Surely there's one near you, and that would probably be the absolute best way to make sure your ballot gets into the vote counting facility this evening.
We were talking about how we each voted, not whether we voted yes or no, but ballots come in the mail to your home. You look at it, you fill it out, you pop it back in. Isn't that easiest for the collection centers and people counting as to not have it put in the mail at 7 p.m. election night? Doesn't it just jam up the process?
It does make things more difficult for those who are counting, no question about it. Yet some people like to walk it into a polling place, even if
traditionally,
it's still
old school,
because you feel like you have done it. And I tend to do that. I take mine down to a vote center where there are humans, and I put it in that box, and I think, okay, I've done something special. And so a lot of people like that feeling, and it's okay. That's why the system is set up the way it is. And that's why you have early voting days. That's why you have vote centers all over the place in Sacramento and Yolo and El Dorado counties. And so for people who like that feeling, who want to make that civic participation part of their lives, then fine.
So be it. Yeah, absolutely.
That's fine. But do it early.
Does the League of Women Voters have any type of a position on Proposition 50, or are you strictly nonpartisan?
We are nonpartisan, and we do sometimes take positions on propositions, but in this situation, we are taking no position on it. Okay.
Looking at it by definition, however, Proposition 50 is political gerrymandering, is it not? This is not a census year. We're supposed to be 2030 for the next time, right? I mean, so why is this? This is sold to Californians as a way to combat what's going on in Texas.
I understand that, and at this point, it's in the voters' hands. It's up to the voters to decide if that's what they want to do.
So in terms of what you folks are doing, if people go to the polls, what are you telling them if they feel intimidated, if they feel that there's someone too close to where they're walking in to vote today, who has a sign, who has a shirt or a bullhorn? What do you say about that?
There are laws in California and rules, because California has lots of laws and rules. And the sort of thing you're talking about, signs, T-shirts with candidates on it or political parties on it, that's called electioneering, and that is not allowed within 100 feet of a voting location. Now, that includes 100 feet from the building that the voting center is placed in, not just from the room that the polls are in. It's 100 feet from the drop boxes, if you have dedicated drop boxes outside, the big metal mail-looking things. None of that stuff can happen within 100 feet of that. If people are coming up to you and they're, well, even if they're being polite and they want to tell you you're not eligible to vote and you can't do this,
what do you tell them to do?
What do you
do? Stop.
Yes, obviously ask them to stop. Don't pay any attention to what they say. They have no right to do it. if you are in a place that has personnel as opposed to a drop box, go to the elections personnel. They'll have a badge, they'll have the name on it.
All right.
Tell them about that.
Okay,
and then get on your cell phone and call the Secretary of State's office.
Wow, okay, all of that.
All of that, and
Okay.
it's easy. The Secretary of State's office is 800-345-VOTE, and VOTE is 8683. So it's 800-345-VOTE.
All right.
And all of that is designed for your protection. As a voter, you have a right to vote unmolested without people pressuring you.
Okay, Carol Moon Goldberg, League of Women Voters, busy day. It's been busy leading up to this and going to be busy all day. Carol, thank you.